Hello there. Oh, is PNGtuber Plus gonna be rude? What doing, buddy? No? Why is it being like this? It's probably got the wrong microphone. Are you? Okay. I think it's good. Sorry. Anyways, hello. I know I used this title last time, but it's actually going to be accurate this time. Because last time, we didn't even make it to the Nether Realm. But we will actually do that this time. And I want to switch to the... Can I just... I can. Okay. Caster's team. I may... I'll keep using... Haven't really got like a full grasp of how well the Remembrance Trailblazer works or how much it does, but and that would probably also... Okay, I guess we're gonna level these up a bit. Not actually sure, so we want crit damage on everything. Okay, so I usually try to look for what the scaled stat is. And then I go for whichever piece has that as a main stat to level first. So I'll probably do this and then like the attack piece. Like this. Also, I do have some extra, like, it says stream safe lo-fi, but I guess we'll find out. I do have some extra just because I feel like sometimes the music in Star Rail is very quiet, and so it makes the stream a little weird at times if I'm not talking, or if maybe I'm thinking or get distracted about something. So hopefully that helps a little bit. But yeah, I'm excited to do this part of the quest. I want to learn more about Casterus because I really like her. But totally forgot that I should have been leveling these a while ago, but we're good now. Oh, and also we can probably do a Naxa pulls at the beginning here. Let me double check. Let me see if maybe Jiray. He probably went to Eep. If so, I will not bother her. But just wanted to be sure. She sounded curious. At least as far as my interpretation goes, I could totally have interpreted that incorrectly. I'm really glad I got Fugue so that I don't necessarily have to choose between the Trailblazers. Though I do sometimes still use the Harmony Trailblazer just because it's really good and it's imaginary. I'd be able to have an imaginary character that does decent damage is quite nice. But yeah. Hello! Would you like me to do my Anaxiples now? Because I can, because I'm still at the beginning of the quest, and that way I can... Okay, the environment that I was in is hidden now because I have the page open. Hello, though. I know I saw the pictures and everything, and I've already kind of talked to you today, but how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope Stimulated Universe is going well, too. I think I checked a little bit ago, and my pity is at... Wow, brain. 34, I think, is what it's at. And I have 36 wishes. So, we should be able to hit soft pity. I do not have a guarantee, because I don't. Because I just got Cass. But, yeah, I do... I want this dramatic boy. I can click buttons. Are you ready, Dre? I don't know if I am. I'm scared, but... It's 2:42 a.m. and I still feel super awake. Oh my. I kind of know that feeling. It happened to me last night, and then it happened to me a few days ago. Not till 2:42 a.m. I'd probably be dying at that point, but... I very much, Oh my gosh. Make me yawn just thinking about it. Just kidding. I yawn constantly on streams. Oh my luck to you. Thank you. I will click the first thing. But yeah, I had a few nights recently where I was just kind of like, my brain will work. I apparently am not tired. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's quite nice, actually. Had I gotten this one before? I don't know if I had. Oh. Break effect on an erudition piece. Okay. I wonder... I feel like that's probably good on an Axa. Plus 30 nice. Yes. Oh my goodness, another Moza. Oh wow. Serval's Lycon. That was one of the first Lycons I ever got. Was... Goodness, okay. Was Serval's Lycon. Alright, one more 10 pull. Oh my gosh! What? All the Don Hungs! Oops, wrong button. 3 more wishes. What does that add us? What does that add things up to? Words. Math. Ah! I can't do any of it! My brain. So if I was at 34 and I just did 40, I just did 40 pulls, I think. So yeah, so we should be right at soft pity at this point. Oh! 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 Hello, sir! Mwah! I did the math right! Beautiful. Okay. Well, now we gotta go into the menu. Favorite him. Level him. I think I have enough stuff to get him all the way to 80.
This kind of power.
Shut your mouth, you dramatic boy. Thank you. I think I have enough stuff because I've been grinding his materials basically since I finished casters. Stop being sir. I'm not trying to subdue it. I'm trying to make you strong. Calm yourself. I have so many of the the boss item.
Truth is already in
Okay.
my hands.
And then we get... I should have like 8 standard wishes to do too after this. I feel like this is probably going to be a good light cone on him. I don't know though. This one might also be good. Genius's repose. I actually genuinely... The rule of 3 where the 4th time is a success. Yeah! Okay, let's look up game 8 Anatsa. I love this website. Best light cones. Oh. Is that Herda's? Looks like Herda's. So the Great Cosmic Enterprise is apparently his best 4-star one, which is great. Because literally no. Oh no, wait, that's the Seriousness of Breakfast. Where's the Great Cosmic Enterprise? Ah, now I gotta find him again. Green hair, green hair. Where are you at? There you are. Do I not have that one? There it is. I was like, I swear that's an event one. And I think I have enough stuff to level it all the way. I'm so glad that he came home and now I just like, I can just chill. I don't have to work super hard because I'm pretty sure Vivian goes away in like 3 or 4 days. So I'm gonna have to work on that because I really want her because I really like playing Anomaly. But I also really wanted Hugo, so I guess we'll see what happens. I think I'm like less than 20 from max and I have a guarantee on Viv though, so. Alright, cool. His light cone's maxed out. Oh my goodness, traces. Okay, smart equip. Hopefully I got decent pieces. Let's do the traces though. What is priority? Skill, ultimate, attack, talent. Okay. Look how many of these I have. 239. Actually crazy. Oh, I should probably actually do his major things. Hope you get at least one of them too. Thank you! And I'll be able to get 1 vampire, but I don't actually know how I feel about... Like, I'm nowhere near far enough in the story to be able to test either of them, like in the story. So it's not really an option currently. I just know I like Anomaly, she boosts Anomaly, and I like him, and he's him. So, yeah, that exists.
Intellectual pursuit is doomed to be a long and lonely road.
He's so dramatic. And then of course this is Wise, so I'm just gonna laugh every time I'm playing him. Like, haha, it's just Wise. A lot of these. Oh, okay. Apparently I don't have enough of these. I can turn other things into them though. Oops, no. That's not the right menu. Material exchange. No. Why can't I click things correctly? I am very bad at this. I'm really glad that you can craft straight up to the next, like, multiple levels in this game. I don't understand why that's still not a thing in Genshin. Okay, I'm gonna get these up to... Uh-oh. I'm gonna get these up to like 8 and then stop for now because I'm gonna run out of stuff again. And then check out these relics. Goodness gracious. Okay. This, the cavern of corrosion that these are from is usually not very nice to me, especially when I was grinding them for the other set for Jingliu. My goodness, it just refused to give me a proper set. Like, trying to build her was so frustrating. And then I had I was informed, I think on stream even, that one of the Penacony sets was really good on her. And I had leftover pieces of it. So I just slapped some Smart Select ones on, and she ended up super busted. I'm like, wow, all of that effort on that other domain. It's just like what happened with Tartaglia. I tried so hard to build him with Heart of Depths, and then feature's still quite new on HSR 2. Maybe Genshin will have it soon, hopefully. But yeah, building Tartaglia was mean, and then Nivelette came out, and I stopped playing Tartaglia. And I literally gave Nivelette Tartaglia's Nymph stream pieces for a bit, and then I realized just how much more damage he could do with Marechaussee Hunter. So I switched to that. So now Tartaglia has his own set again. And I actually have used him since then, and he's doing a lot better on Nymph stream than he was on Heart of Depths. That is for sure. I'm very tempted to play an Accent and Cass on the same team right now, but I'm going to have to add Sparkle in if I do that. Because, yeah. It's just not gonna be good for me if I have them both on the same team with no Sparkle. I'll have to figure out which... I suppose I could replace the... I have a couple teams that I've like not worked on that I made because I thought it would be cool to make, and then never built them up, so I might just go replace one of those. Do you think I have a team that's called 1000 IQ or something like that? I'll have to check that one. Okay. He's built. Oh my gosh. What is this? How much does this give? Oh, that's right. He adds weakness types. I forgot about that. Whoa. Okay. Let's look at the teams. Because I have a Landau team that I'll probably never play. And a Dots team, like a 4-star Dots team that I've not touched in a while. I feel like I should... I'll replace this one for right now. Okay. Let's do... Sparkle, Anaxa, Bushwan, and Fugue. I'm just gonna call it Brain for right now. I don't think I'm gonna play that one just yet, just because obviously I'm in a Cass part of the story. But it's there. And I could throw an X onto this team temporarily. Where is he? There he is.
Looks like it's not a bad time.
Oh, wait, what was he gonna say? Hold on.
Your call. I can take either side.
What'd you say?
Looks like it's not a bad time for a performance.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an interaction with another characters. Another character.
Little butterfly.
I don't think I ever noticed that the butterfly actually lands on the flower on her chest. Okay. We finally go to Styxia, and why can I actually see a moon? That's sus. But anyway, yeah, forewarning, Dre.
You came.
I'm going into an area I'm assuming you have not touched yet, so...
Ahead lies the realm of the dead.
Yeah, the audio's even saying stuff. I think I'm gonna actually turn off the lo-fi music for right now, just because this is supposed to be spooky. It's spooky time. What if Tesse Ron May seems to be great for him besides Robin and Sunday? Oh, you're right. I'm gonna add go. And she's smart, so she fits on the team. I'll put her in instead of Fee, I think. And then I did throw him into...
Pew pew pew.
And you said Sunday as well. I wonder if I can play him with just like no sustain, because I kind of want to play him with Sparkle. Just for her ultimate, honestly. I don't know. We'll see. For right now, I've just got him on my castress team. So. You want to continue the story? Up to you. Yeah.
What a beautiful
That is what I'm gonna
butterfly.
do.
Is it talking to us?
Yeah, you should probably sleep. But thank you so much for joining for the polls. 'Twas fun. The luck worked. So thank you very much for that.
This is a eulogistic butterfly. They are found in places where many have met their demise. In Idonia, some think of them as manifestations of Thanatos' benevolence. By turning the lingering obsessions of the deceased into these creatures, it is as if the Titan has made life into a specimen. Others think of them as Thanatos' messengers that guide the departed to the Nether Realm.
The second theory sounds more believable. After all, the things they're saying are rather, direct.
Perhaps. But the fact that we're able to hear their whispers proves that we're fast approaching the
Maybe
realm
I
of
should
the
do it
dead.
again. Do what again? Simulated universe? For Viv and Hugo. Oh, yes, the luck. I mean, I'd appreciate that. I have thus far told myself I'm not going to stream Zenless at all. Like, I screen share it in servers and stuff sometimes. But I try to keep that as a game that I just play. Like, I honestly usually just play it when I'm by myself and I don't really feel like talking to people. Sometimes I play it when I'm in voice chat, but we shall see. Like I said, I'm less than 20 away. I just have to build up the courage to actually do some of the endgame content, because I tried some of it yesterday and it just was kind of like eh. But also, I was playing Apex at the same time as playing it. That was really difficult, and my iPad was getting super hot, so I should probably attempt it on PC instead. That's a lot of ghosts.
Figures. Are they illusions reflected by the River of Souls?
Maybe. I have to hit the thing. Sorry, now I'll talk to you, sir. I see a hand of Zagreus!
Want to buy any fish?
Huh? He can see us?
Wait. More living people. I'm not selling my fish to living people. You lot are too shameless. Buying fish without paying. If I ever see her again, I will.
Sir, what? Thank you so much, Jure. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you have sweet dreams. Get some good sleep.
Could it be that
Bye-bye.
you're all dead souls that never achieved rest?
The Nether Realm does not exist.
That is some ominous voice acting. My goodness.
Titan rejects you. Me.
That's terrifying. Can you not?
So,
You just said you wouldn't sell fish to us.
any fish?
What do you mean?
But there aren't any fish nearby.
Other fish gone. The people are gone too. I can only keep selling fish. So, do you want to buy any fish?
Apologies. I don't have much in the way of savings, but perhaps there's another way for me to release you from your suffering. Please relax. May you fall asleep peacefully amid a gentle field of flowers.
This.
I knew it. These people aren't illusions. They're the souls of the deceased. They're
How'd
supposed
that
to reach
happen?
the end of the West Wind by floating down the River of Souls. Yet, they have floundered upon the shoals of the stream, unable to move forward. Did Thanatos reject them? Or perhaps they didn't really die at all?
Are they in the same situation as me?
I have no idea. This circumstance is completely unprecedented. Hang on.
The city that can't die?
Didn't he say more living people? So that means he's seen other members of the living apart from us?
Maybe.
Could it be that these souls are stuck here due to someone's deceit?
That would suck.
If something is done out of goodwill, are you really gonna call it deceit?
Kitty! You're still here? I thought you dipped. Like, hard dipped. Hold on. There's a bow that I have. Like a ribbon I have on something that is coming loose. And I'm trying to tie it, and it does not want me to do so. What in the world? Just tighten. There we go. Now you are stable again. I have a ribbon tied on my my mic arm because it's pretty. And it doesn't like cooperating a lot of time. Okay.
Goodwill? I can't see anything good out of... Wait a minute. Lady Cypher?
That's me.
What are you doing here?
Could it be that you are the living being that those souls met?
I couldn't take their behavior anymore. So I stole some things here and made up some lies there. Just trying to give them something to look forward to, you know?
Wow.
It's because of vile living creatures like you that we're being misunderstood by all of them.
I've never seen Mem so sad.
What else am I supposed to do? You can see the mess this place is in. These poor souls are denied by the Nether Realm. So now they're stuck in a few brief moments of their life. Unable to move forward or back. Did you see those two blacksmiths on the way? They've been here for as long as the sun's been around, wailing over and over about casting a shield. Styxia is so freaky.
Then why have you come back, Lady Cypher?
Hey, I'm not here to aid your adventure. I hate water more than anything else in this world. Especially that stinky river of souls. But, I just discovered some stuff before I left. And I reckon you should know about it. It's about that boy who defied death. I found traces of him here.
The boy, as in Anaxa?
Lord Mighty?
Oh.
Oh, right! That's his name. Well, now you know. As for whether that info is actually useful, that's for you lot to figure out. So long, Princess Homebody. So long, Grey Mystery.
She disappeared just like that?
Lady Cypher has always been a free spirit. In any case, she has brought us some valuable information. If Lord Mighty is also somewhere along the river shoals right now, then he will certainly become our signpost. After all, he's different from those wandering souls. He will find his way, even in the realm of the dead.
Speaking of finding the way, how are we supposed to get over there?
Don't worry. It's time for me to shine. Ornyx's Rune of Recollection is nearby. Use prayers to return the river to before it got flooded.
Ah. I can indeed attempt this. But I want to grab the chest. Must touch the shinies.
But what to make?
I can pick it up. Interact with the rune base to obtain the Rune of Recollection. With the rune is in position, the Miracle Orb's illumination radius moves with your character and reverses the surrounding space-time. Okay.
Ornyx's
Whoa.
miracle has appeared.
Amazing! It's like we're inside a giant bubble. Even the
Oh my gosh, the
river
pig!
flooded.
He's drowning! Piggy! Oh, there you go. He teleported. I want to make sure I find every little thing. Because I know they're going to hide stuff. You cannot keep it from me. Simple. Oh! Wow. That's kind of rude.
Emerge from your cocoon.
That's really rude, actually. Can I do it if I go fast enough? Hold on. Nope. Ah, dang. I cannot. Unfortunate. The goat. Uh-oh. Time to reset it. That's unfortunate. Okay. Dang it. I am confusion. Hold on. Man. Oh. Let's go. I don't even know if that's how I was supposed to do that. It was kind of an accident. An accident. Ha ha ha. Get it? Get it? Okay, come on, Matt. My cursor is bugging out. How do I deactivate this? I forgot.
Huh. So this path actually didn't exist back then?
Put the rune back. Whoa, there's a lot of paths here. What's that? Smack.
To the soul.
Life is not so fragile as you wish.
Bloom.
Ow!
Receive divinity. Repay.
I need to put more HP on my Loacha, I think. He is kinda
Insanity.
weak.
Please cherish this time. Embrace a new life.
Say hello to my little friend.
Return to dust.
Oh, let me undeafen. Because I hear a Callie has arrived. Where did my server go? Hello?
Hello.
Hello. And there's the cat. I got the boy.
Oh, you got an accent?
Yeah.
Nice. How many pulls?
I think I was at 76 pity. So I used 42 pulls to get to him.
I'm just a frail. To the soul.
Yeah, I threw him on my cast team just for the heck of it. This is my first time testing how well that worked. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
Well, I'm glad you were able to get him.
Yeah. And that was a 150-50 as well, because
To the soul.
Yeah.
I had just gotten the girl. Got a really rude achievement here a few minutes ago. The Oryx's like area of effect thing made the chest disappear, and then I got an achievement for it. I was like, wow. It was something like, time is not always on your side. Like, that's just rude.
Yeah, I still have to finish. I haven't collected all of the stuff in this region yet. I like the region, but I haven't finished some of the puzzles.
Yeah, so far a very cool region.
Life is not so root here.
Insanity. Nothing may bloom. You chose the wrong enemy.
I'm so used to playing with Fushuan on teams that everyone's health is so much higher usually.
Something out of nothing.
And I've noticed that Luocha has less than 3,000 health maximum, and that's terrifying to me.
Please cherish this as you wish.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things. Receive divinity. Thank you. Repay, and I'll give you what you need.
I
Oops.
forget
That's
how
not-
much
Something out of nothing.
I have on mine.
To the soul. What's the matter?
Embrace a new life.
Eternal sleep is not the dead return.
All the ults, just use all. That's fine.
I have a little over 4,000.
With this divine power, I reforge.
Dang,
all
how?
things.
Um,
Insanity.
well,
To the soul.
he scales on attack, so
Right.
Life is not
Which is
so
what, that's
fragile.
why, like, I just stacked him with that instead of,
May wandering
I'm
souls
curious. I
go
wonder if
wherever
his
they
relics are messed up. Yes, they are!
Oh, well, that's why.
That makes sense. Okay. Let's get that fixed. I use him too much for him to be this messed up.
Yeah, I pretty much just did an attack orb for him. Do have speed boots on him. But I think the rest of the attack is through substats, besides the orb.
Ah, yeah. It automatically put an attack orb. What the? Oh, you can do rerolls. I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna do that right now. But
Nice thing about if you do a reroll, it does let you pick if it ends up being worse. Like you can just go back to the way it was before, which is good.
it still uses the currency though, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's gonna use the currency, but it would be rough if
Nope,
you
not
used it
reroll.
and then you were stuck with it. Being
Right.
Bad. But yeah, I will use the currency.
I think we had a conversation the other day about how I felt like Luocha was so much weaker, and I did check and saw his artifacts were messed up, and then just completely forgot to fix it, and forgot that I even noticed that in the first place. So basically, we've had this conversation twice in the last, like, 2 weeks. Leveling up all these artifacts will help me get rid of a bunch of the stuff that's in my inventory, because I keep hitting the maximum amount. Oh, that double defense is pain. Why? Everything went into defense! Might actually re-roll that. And the new stats are better. Okay. Did everything get leveled? Yes. So what's he at now? Okay, he's at 3,400 HP and 2,800 attack.
That's very good.
Okay. Oh, he's only got a... Man. Fix that. I probably have a better light cone for him at this point, but... Oh my gosh, I've leveled light cones up so much recently that I don't have any stuff for it. Okay. Well, where's that notification coming from? Character notification? Who? Ah. Ah. I got
Rock and roll
E6
might be my
Serval.
only true companion.
That's right, I forgot. I got polls to do on. Oh! Oh, hello, Clara! Thank you. Small BB. We actually use Clara, so that's useful. Oops.
Nice.
And then I got a bunch of currency, so we'll use that. Probably should just start saving it, but I'm in the mood to click buttons, so and we're at minimum pity right now anyway, so like
Did you get any more Moses?
I
already
did.
at E6?
Yeah, it has been since his debut, and I did in fact
That's
get
right.
multiple more Mozas as well as more Dan Hungs, who I had also already E6'd a while ago. So I got a lot of extra wishes because of that.
Nice. He is E6 for me now too. With
Oh,
the Max's
awesome.
Banner. But
Awesome.
only just E6. So. But that's okay. That's totally fine.
What am I supposed to do with the hand? I remembered that that coin was there. I don't remember any other. Oh, here we go. Any other coin of whimsy? Oh, I see a chest up here. Can I pick it up? No. Kinda rude. Oh, I could have walked up that way with the thing. Oops! I'm gonna punch these ghosts. Okay. Just felt like it, just cause. What would happen if I picked this up and I walked toward them?
There are wandering souls of the
They're
deceased
alive
as
now!
well. We must first return to the present before we can communicate with them.
That's so crazy. Hello, Centurion.
By the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right? Since the current campaign requires the utmost care, I wasn't able to make time to welcome all of you. Please, forgive me.
Foreign warriors?
A priestess, a warrior, and a divine beast. You look identical to the blessed saviors that the Queen described.
Are you sure? This is my pet, so I'm actually of the hunter class.
What?
What?
A campaign? Who are you campaigning against?
Nobody knows, as of now. Of the scouts that went ahead, only one has managed to return. He says that the land ahead is a forbidden land that should not be approached.
Oh, I just noticed that ads are starting soon, so I should probably take a little walk around break.
Got it.
I also feel, weirdly enough, my headset's actually, like, making the top of my head hurt a little, which doesn't usually happen.
Oh. Yeah, that could provide a nice break from that too.
Yeah.
I'll go check some laundry.
Okay.
When you go to do that.
They lost their souls and are decaying by the day. While there is still dissension within the city, the scholars agree that this calamity was so unprecedented that it needed to be given a new designation.
I also kind of want to make a custard latte, so I might do that too.
An unprecedented
I haven't tried it cold yet, so I'm curious. I was also like half asleep when I was drinking it last time.
It seems that you have indeed heard about this. Well,
I recognize this guy's voice, and I just like
it's too early to
I
come to
can't
a definitive conclusion.
pinpoint where from.
Yeah, he does sound kind of familiar.
A world that has never seen death.
I almost feel like it's the same guy that voiced the
Looks like these people lived in
the advisor guy, the Kremnoan advisor guy.
Titans descended upon the
In which case it would be
Kratos?
yeah. In which case it would be Joseph Joestar, but
It could be.
May I ask, where is the scout who managed to come back?
So he returned to Styxia. He only had enough left in him to last no more than half a day.
I think it is him.
It was his intel that convinced us to rally together.
It makes sense they'd use him for another character.
Spectre of an evil dragon at that treacherous land. The apparition opened its giant maw and devoured everything in sight, and thus brought Styxia that thing called death.
That thing called death. You're referencing Penacony in your own quest, Star. Come on.
Styxia. An evil dragon that brings death.
It all sounds rather familiar. Wait, wasn't this part of that fable?
Sir, could I ask how the Queen and Princess are doing?
The Queen? By the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right?
Is he set to loop on repeat? I mean, we were kind of told that already.
Oh, it's the same lines. Looks like he's still trapped in the moments before his death.
Leave it to me. Sir, the war ended long ago. Styxia no longer exists.
Styxia is no more? This cannot stand! Newcomers, hurry up and go take your positions!
Oh, looks like it's difficult for this gentleman to accept reality.
Sir, I am the Maiden of War, sent here by the Queen herself. If you accept my blessing, then today's battle will be smooth sailing.
Maiden of War? I've never heard of this. There's little time to waste. Please don't take too long.
Don't worry. I'm typically unwilling to prolong such a moment.
Dang.
Is it over? Have we won?
Cass, oh, are you all right?
I'm fine. I just didn't expect that I would still have to embalm others, even in the realm of the dead. Is this a remnant of his soul?
That looks kind of creepy. That looks kind of creepy. All right, I'm going to actually pause now and go take my little break.
Just gonna leave it on
Yeah.
the screen.
It's just a soul in the background. It's fine. I love. Oh my gosh! I have to say again, I love Cass's phone case so much. It's
great.
so cute. It's got a butterfly on its horn. It's just a little guy. It's so cute. All right. Anyway, let us depart for the BRB.
Okay.
Oops. Wow. Clicking all the wrong things in the wrong order. Now it's on BRB.
won't they?
Well then, why should I place my trust in you? Holy maiden from afar.
Shoot. Totally forgot to unmute myself on the stream itself. Aha! Oopsie. I thought I did, but I apparently didn't. But I am back with coffee.
Wait. This is... I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Since the prophecy has already pronounced your name as Chrysos, heir of death, Akima ought to treat you as an esteemed guest. However, you seem to have no intentions of concealing your involvement with the Council of Elders, while most likely being aware of my issues against them.
I cannot deny your claim. It was the council that offered this room to me, and they had only one request. They want the curse of death to be completely subjugated to your will.
Oh, to try and make her look like inhumane or something.
I was agreeable to that request.
But why?
I am unable to rid myself of this innate curse. However, from this day onward, I shall use it according to your will. I will never make any superfluous moves on my own.
I see. So that is how they plan to control the Flame Chase journey. They have shifted the heavy responsibility of granting death over to me. If I ever become obsessed with executing people, they will then have ample reason to terminate the Chrysos heir's journey.
And yet, you seem to not mind. This is quite surprising to me.
That's because the fate that we were
Oh
born
my
with
goodness.
is a burden far heavier
I
than
opened a
that of
drawer
an
to grab a
individual's life.
coaster because I realized I didn't do that, and a bunch of things decided to fall over. Yep.
I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance. Tidy up your precious garments and come with me. Akima welcomes you, Castoris.
You seem to hear a sigh of contentment as if it comes from the mouth of some colossal being. Then the scenes of the past abruptly
I
dissipate.
didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here. Maybe they've got something to do with Orynyx's
I'm back.
room?
Well, again, like,
Perhaps, but I do not need a reminder from them. This memory
Can
is
see the
one
cat
I will
pop
never
up.
forget.
yeah.
Sit at attention.
The loaf attention.
Mm-hmm.
Maglaya trusts you unreservedly.
I really want to repay her for that trust. But why would this memory appear right now? Is this really Orynyx's power?
I don't know. You tell me. Oh, I can't get past it if I do that. That sucks. Hey, Forgore. Actually, can I walk? Hold on. We're gonna... No, it's all blocked off. Just gotta figure out how to get back down and around. 'Cause noticed I could go this way, and I didn't before. Huh. Not what I expected to be here. Okay. I guess I gotta take it back to where I was. Thought maybe I could go around to that, but plenty notes.
Could these dead monsters actually be?
If Lady Cypher is to be believed, this could be the handiwork of Lord Mighty.
Mighty, where are you
He's
at?
still fighting against the Black Tide, even in the Nether Realm.
Where that boy at?
Why are the Black Tide monsters here too? Can they swim in the River of Souls?
Even Thanatos wouldn't be able to accept Black Tide monsters into their realm. These traces seem to suggest that anybody who trespasses upon death will pay a heavy price.
We're also here to trespass upon the Titan.
Since the realm of the dead must remain peaceful, it's imperative that we rid the place of such discordant noise. Please stay back. Let me deal with these enemies.
Make them go dieted.
Insanity! Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
Life is not so built here.
Bloom, thank you. And I'll
Thank
give
you,
what
Lord.
need. Nothing major. Let's settle this.
I really want to hear Luocha's actor in Genshin.
Yes, that would be great.
Insanity!
Maybe he would fit in with the Not Cry region.
Oh yeah. We don't know
hope
if Otto ever went to a place called Tevat though. That's a problem. I think there's likely gaps. Like obviously I'm definitely not as familiar with the Honkai Impact timeline and story and everything as I am with Genshin or Star Rail. And even then I'm not
The path ahead is blocked
incredibly professionally familiar with the lore in these either. But
Let's go back to the past.
Luocha's like Luocha was kind of the first phase in Otto's journey to find a way to revive Colin. It's possible he could have also gone to Tevat to do so, but I don't know, because in Honkai Impact he's a lot more important than he seems in Star Rail. So I really don't know how all that's gonna go over. And people are already saying that. People have already said that Ayato is Otto, which I see a little bit, but not 100%.
Yeah.
Like
It feels like a bit more
design-wise,
of a
the way
stretch.
he speaks a little bit, the way he dresses,
That too.
definitely gives me that vibe. But story-wise, I don't think that's super accurate.
Yeah.
Control panel. I see you go. Oh boy.
So I saw you commented you were excited about the drip marketing that was released.
Yeah,
Star
see,
Rail.
I'm not. I have never watched Fate. I plan on
I
it at
haven't
some
either.
point, but they look so cool. Like they look so good, and also seeing Boot Hill in the background of
yeah.
Saber's splash art was great.
Yeah, they seem really fun. I'm glad that is it Archer is free?
Yes.
Whichever the guy is, I forget.
Yeah, and it's a quantum DPS as well, which is nice. He is Hunt though, which is kind of oof, but it's fine. I'm sure he'll be better than Zila anyway. Oh, I totally did that wrong. Hold on. You're rude. Okay, I think I'm supposed to drop it through that first thing. Yeah, I like that. No! Eh. There we go. That was dumb.
Make sure you keep it safe.
You raise me up. Is this the path to get to this? Yes, it is. Give me the gist. You're rude! What? How am I supposed to... I'm so confused. How am I supposed to get it if I can't? What?
I think I remember on this
oh.
one that there was a
I see it.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
a puzzle thing.
I literally smacked my mouse into my keyboard because I tried to turn it too fast.
It was when I just
easy.
remember having the same question that you did. It's like, what?
Yay.
You seem to be able to discern both the past and the future.
Just happens, man. It's just don't ask me.
Oh, this place must have been a beautiful courtyard in the past.
Wow. Is that a spine? I think I thought that in the initial trailer that we got as well.
It's just perfectly innocent, lovely decor. That's all.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with death.
Scatterbrained garment maker. Okay. Like how you could say nope, but with the little squiggle, like you're saying nope. What? I'm gonna do a DPP. I'm interested in some last words. Poets. Okay. Hello, ma'am.
Please excuse me. I am but a scholar from a distant land who had the misfortune of falling into the River of Souls and turned into a member of the dead.
This one seems to know that she's already dead.
Oh, I was merely speculating. But it seems I was right. And you... I recognize you. You're the Holy Maiden of Death from Idonia, right?
I'm sorry. I cannot bring you back to life. However, should you desire it, I can end your prolonged limbo.
I'm well aware of that. Even if you were able to revive me, I would never choose that option. That's because I didn't fall into the River of Souls by accident. Instead, I leaped into it to seek my death.
Why?
If you could see the life I've led, then you would not reproach me so. My life was far too miserable. But I did not expect things to stay the same even in death. What a joke. In escaping my mortal life, I've entered a millennium of pain instead.
Yep.
Circe's above. What cowards humans are. For we fear both life and death simultaneously.
I'm sorry. I'm also powerless to answer that question.
That's all right, Holy Maiden. At least you are able to respond to me. Please, grant me death. Circe's above. Does this count as thinking till the moment I die?
I can't imagine what it'd feel like to roam around this void for centuries.
I have seen too many farewells. Her distress is quite commonplace. There are those who will end their lives over what seems to be the smallest of worries. For some people, this power that I possess is a blessing rather than a curse. But I never managed to convince myself of that.
Cass, are you still trying to create a world without death?
Yes, because when placed under time's vast scales, there is no worry in this world that cannot be solved.
You should chat with Dan Hung about this.
This is a wish that I've held for almost a millennium.
I want to see them chat more.
My mind might have changed.
They both have the same, like,
if people
very
managed to
calm
strike up a
energy.
friendship with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never been more firm in my conviction. Now that I've learned about your near-death state, it is my duty to wipe death from the face of this world.
Mem's paw pads are hearts.
They're so cute.
It's little beans. Wanna squish. Brain. Oh. I want to get closer to the bones, but I'm gonna have to smack some guys so that I can. Get smacked!
The dead return!
It's like
Something out of nothing. To the soul.
As you wish.
Mimi, Mimi. Me.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
Wilt here.
Receive divinity. Thank you. Repay. And I'll give you what you need. Insanity. To the soul.
He does quite a bit of damage on his skill.
Wandering souls find their own way.
Mm-hmm. He's a pretty good damage dealer. I like that he's so flexible that I like.
Yeah,
I
I like when they do that. So there, every now and
Yeah.
then there's times when I really like a character that's incredibly specific, like Boot Hill. Boot Hill has one and a half teams. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. And then like in Genshin, Neuvillette, he has so many teams that can work really well.
Mm-hmm.
I like playing both of them.
I'm just a frail insanity.
I'm just a frail scholar. You made yourself that way.
All things.
Don't act like you didn't.
I shall remember this one.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return.
Yes, I like that with Anaxa you have options for how you want to play him.
Let's settle this.
I'll have to look into more of them.
I am playing him on my Acheron team, and it is going super well.
Nice. Sadly, I just missed Acheron and Joucho. So painful.
Come up with your own team for him. That's just an option.
Head to the Nether as you wish.
It's not one that many people, I have seen a few videos, but it's one that not many people are talking about, but it instantly popped up in my mind when they started talking about what his skill did.
Just ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me. No. Let me open my chest. Get smacked.
They're so considerate, they don't want to ignore anybody.
Bleh.
May death protect us.
Get bled on.
To the soul.
But turn my status to there we go.
What is it we're waiting?
Shush, Locha. So impatient.
Wilt here. I shall remember.
So
this
far,
one.
I haven't had as much of an issue on this team with skill points.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to, but
To the soul. Insanity.
Yeah, I think Luocha and Anaxa are both, and maybe Trailblazer, I'm not sure, but I think they can be pretty good at giving you options, so you don't have to use all your skill points.
yeah, I would say Luocha, because he has an auto heal and then he can have people heal themselves when his field is active. I would say he's skill point positive. Remember, it's Trailblazer's definitely skill point positive. Anaxa, I would say is skill point negative, and then Castress is neutral. Because once you're
Yeah.
in her other state, she's not using or creating any, I don't think. She didn't even use any just then. What was that? She literally did not use a skill point when I used her skill. She's
just
like,
very
I am the
considerate like
best
that.
girl. Yeah, she's like, I am the best girl. I don't expend any resources except your health.
Yeah.
And my own. Gosh dang it, I wish I got Mighty. I really wish I was able to have them on the same team. I'll probably, once it
back.
gets around like a few months from his release, I'll probably have to stop wishing, and then so I can save to get him. Luckily, I won't have to pull on the fate banners. So I'll be able to save during that. I'm not planning on getting Cypher, especially because I don't have Acheron, and I don't have like a Nihility team that I play frequently. Hyacinth I'm considering. I'm kind of 50-50 on it, so. And I have a 50-50 on it, so. We'll see.
Broken stairs, blocked paths.
At least I think she's the first one, so that way, if you wanted to save after her, that would still probably give you a chunk of time, I think.
Oh. Wait, I think Cypher is the first one.
Oh, look, I could be mistaken. I didn't really pay attention.
I can't remember when the drips dropped.
When the drips dropped. Okay. I'll look. Hyacinth dropped first, then Cypher.
I'm not gonna be able to get her then. Highly doubt.
Too soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that puts a damper on that.
How should we get up?
I'll be able to save for a while. It sounds like. It's not like I don't have really good. I'm pretty sure I have every. I might actually have every abundance character in the game. Hold on.
You might.
I gotta check now. Characters, No, I don't have Lingshot, and I don't plan on getting Lingshot, but I do have all the other ones.
I also heard Gallagher's really good with Casterus. I don't really know.
Yeah, I haven't. I've also heard that. I keep forgetting to actually do that, so I'm gonna actually switch that now.
Okay, I don't remember why that is, but...
That was a line, Gallagher.
The path is blocked.
Insanity. Look, with this divine power, I reforge.
It's crazy that he's applying so many different weaknesses on multiple enemies at a time. It makes so much sense that they're gonna be reworking Silverwolf. Like,
yeah.
It would be insane to leave her the way she is.
Yeah.
I remember that used to be busted. And I was one of the few, people didn't like... I think she was one of those characters that I got, and... Okay, bye, Trailblazer. That I got her, and a lot of people didn't, and then people were like, oh my gosh, she's insane! And I was just sitting there with my Silverwolf, thinking, huh, I guess you are. Oh. Don't look at me.
Look, there's even a platform lift over there.
Just don't look at me. It's fine. Do not perceive me, Titankin. Anax is dead. Come back, buddy. So is the Trailblazer. Okay, yeah. It seems like my Gallagher may not work by himself.
Yeah, I haven't looked into the reasons people have said that, so I don't know if there's a certain build on him or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Okay, cursor, can you like really? My cursor's stuck at the middle of my screen. Can't do anything about it. That's great. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I heard someone complaining about when they were giving out the free characters and complaining about Luocha being one of them. And I was like, I don't know, I think he works pretty good with the new characters.
He does. He's been...
My experience, he does.
Loses its effect.
That's nerve-wracking. Please don't.
You really want me to answer that?
You don't like walking through the air?
No. Especially when the characters are literally saying, what if it stops working? Why would you even bring that up in front of me?
Don't come near me!
Why does he look so panicked? Did the black tide monsters frighten him? Or is he actually scared of his own extraordinary power?
Let me fight him.
There's no need to be alarmed. We're just passing by the area. See? None of us look threatening.
You have a point. Although, while this might once have been the royal vault, it's since been plundered empty. So please go away right this instant.
You've misunderstood us. We simply heard your shouts as we were passing by, then decided to come over to find out what happened.
My goodness. Did I really yell out loud? How rude of me. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I merely saw a warrior. Spirit didn't harm me. His blows really packed a hefty punch.
A warrior?
Mighty! Where is he? I want to see him! I want to see my little boy.
Quite
Here he
different
comes.
from him. Are you actually alive? How can you walk around here while alive?
It's a long story. We're here to seek an audience with Thanatos.
Thanatos? Who's that?
Is it possible that he's also living in the era before death descended?
Death. Could it be that you are here to defeat the evil dragon Pollux?
Pollux. Is that the embodiment of No. Death?
The mouths I've noticed in this quest, some of the characters' mouth animations are having a really hard time lining up with their lines.
I think I do remember that, and they're not always as rough.
Yeah, it just right there it was really bad. That's probably the worst I've seen it so far. But that's sus that they... It's so whack that they would give us Castris and show us that she controls or has some sort of connection with Pollux, and then they give us this conversation. Like, what?
According to the warriors under the Centurion's command, that evil dragon has been dead for quite a while. The curse that condemns people to death didn't originate from it, but they saw a girl within the dragon's embrace, and she is the true Reaper.
Pray tell, where is that girl right now?
I've heard that the Queen spared no effort in bringing her back to the castle. Her Majesty intends to control all of Amphorius with this unprecedented power. As for whether this rumor is true, well, no one knows.
Uh-oh.
You have my thanks for the invaluable insight that you've given us. Please, treat this touch as a token of my gratitude.
You... Are you... Thank you.
This is his...
Show.
Then you granted him death? That isn't like you. You would have refused even if I commanded you to do so.
I... don't know. I did it out of sympathy, believing that I wouldn't be racked with agony, but... I am still in a state of turmoil.
So, I know that I had asked this on a previous stream, and it was like more of a, not rhetorical question, but a question I didn't really expect a clear answer to. But Judging by the context that we now have and the more like we've seen more examples of Castress using her power, I do think Castress would kill Mighty if she touched him. Like the fact that she can
Possibly.
touch the soul, like she's not just like killing the body, she's like directly sending souls to the afterlife. And if there's no soul, then nothing happens. And Mighty's immortality has to do with his body, not his soul. So that makes sense as to why they wouldn't have been closer already, because it's not like she can, like, he's the one person she could touch or anything. I don't think she would be able to touch him. I think he would die.
Yeah, I don't know, but I believe she probably had reasons for being cautious about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Mighty was more willing, like, because there was that exchange where they said, you know, he was like, you didn't ask me for more help with finding Thanatos, and that's when she was like, death is not a game. And it's like, yeah, maybe that wouldn't have been a good thing to test out.
Yeah, probably not.
Sympathy? Sympathy for that youth who triumphed in every battle?
That young man was favored by Talantin, who taught him a move that will defeat any mortal enemy with a single blow and emerge victorious every time. He could rely on that move to always achieve victory during Era Chrysia. However, now that death has descended upon the mortal realm, that divine swordplay also means he can send others to death at will. In other words,
You feel that he's similar to you?
yes. Since he can never be inferior to others in martial combat, death would be the inevitable outcome every time he strikes. That's why he approached me and pleaded for me to put an end to all of this.
You are perhaps feeling lost from making your peace with death in so abrupt a manner.
I have not made peace with death. I've seen the people of Idonia stand tall and proud in the face of death. Even before the fated finale arrived, they were already content with the lives that they'd lived. They had such proud expressions. Expressions that made me believe death would be an insult to these mortals if the concept is truly a power that a god had carelessly cast down upon the world. Perhaps death's authority was never meant to exist in this world. Just like how I shouldn't exist.
I won't refute your beliefs for now, but would you be interested in listening to a story of mine? It's a fairy tale from foreign lands, told by the person who brought you to me in that ice field long ago. A tale told by the Queen of Styxia.
What? Wait a minute. That means the girl born in the dragon's embrace, the personification of death these souls talked about. That's you, Cass?
I've already had an inkling for a while now. But I honestly have no memories of Styxia.
Girl, you're wearing a crown.
My memories only began
Still,
after
princess.
Ornette brought me to Idonia.
Interesting that Cypher already calls her. Doesn't she call her Princess Homebody?
I think so, yeah.
Don't look back. Keep moving forward. Always.
It's yet another eulogistic butterfly. Are we getting closer to the Nether Realm?
Just sparkles. Oh wait, Ew.
Oh, this is...
Where's the button? There it is.
Living ones?
Alchemist.
Oh, could you be the scions of Styxia? Did you hear about the great work that I'm doing here? And have thus arrived to give me the last material?
Oh, it's this guy.
Transmutation?
Great work?
Have you heard of the great name of Pollux, perchance?
I've definitely heard that name many times today.
You have? Then that's good. During the age of myth, a time likely before your birth, I was the unsurpassed zenith of alchemy that none could reach. On the shoals of the River of Souls, I shall make Pollux soar again and bring death back to the world.
But didn't that dragon already bring death to the world?
I mean, that one guy said that the dragon was just a part of it, that he wasn't the actual one who brought it. So,
Looks like you don't know the whole picture. Well, it's true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals. Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world, makes it so that humankind cannot die.
So, it's just as I feared.
you and that dragon are two sides of the same coin?
This is my guess. The deceased are supposed to drift down the River of Souls until they reach the end of the West Winds. But this River of Souls was blocked by Pollux's fall.
That's right. That's why it's imperative that I bring the dragon back to the mortal realm and make it soar the skies again. I have long since prepared my alchemical matrix in the tower, although I am still missing the most crucial material of all. That final ingredient, the final sacrifice, is none other than the girl who lives out her days with death.
Huh? What's going on? You didn't touch him, did you?
I know that I am no longer capable of carrying out that task. Take this, all of you, and please fulfill that great undertaking on my behalf.
This.
We had been inebriated in Fagusa's feast for too long before we began to seek divine bestowed death, so that we could be freed from the whims of fate. However, that brought doom upon us. Instead of summoning a supreme god, we encountered a monster that cut off the River of Souls. That detestable dragon Pollux denied all the dead from the gates of the Nether Realm. Unable to rest in peace, these departed spirits engulfed Styxia like a roaring tide. As a result, my city and its people no longer exist. That child is the only person whom I managed to save. Born within the evil dragon's abdomen, she has possessed the talent of death since her birth. She must have been granted to us by the gods as a chance for us to atone for our sins. Please, you must nurture her to adulthood and prevent her from experiencing all of the suffering that we went through. I promise.
Where does Polixia fit into all of this? And also, Polyxia's name is just a combination of Pollux and Styxia. What's happening there?
My Fagusa above, thank you for your kindness. As her mother, please bless this child with a name. Before I am swept away by the River of Souls, please, let me know how I should address her in my next life.
Oh. Like how a transient raven butterfly, a fleeting papilio castor, perches on the twig of death. Castorus. That shall be her name.
That's where my name comes from?
The sound's back. What is making that ruckus?
Living ones, don't waste your time bickering. The Nether Realm's wrath is falling upon you.
The Nether Realm's wrath.
When did they... Miss, please fight them with caution.
Be careful not to suffer the same fate as those black-tide creatures.
Everyone, hide behind me!
Okay.
I'm just a frail to the soul.
Life is not as you wish.
Yeah, she just straight up doesn't use skill points.
I have it under control.
Nice.
Interesting.
Let's settle this. Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Maybe the exchange is that she just absorbs the health of your team.
Something out of nothing. Insanity.
That could be.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
You two will head to the Nether. We'll hear.
Anaxa's gonna end up creating Tibet, honestly. The fact that he summons Irminsul in his ult. Come on.
What's the matter?
What is that thing?
Embrace a new life.
Oh, I forgot to... I ended up using all of his charges. Oops!
I've heard an actor say something like Grail Scholar in one of his lines. And
He does.
Like, I'll hate him.
Yeah, yeah. No, he just straight up is I'll hate them if I'll hate them decided to become the villain.
Yeah.
Mighty!
Mighty!
My boy!
You?
Hi! I was like... I think for the first couple seconds of seeing him in the combat, I just didn't even think about it, and then I went, wait! Wait a second!
Lord Mighty?
I missed you so much that it almost killed me. Pun intended.
Lord Mighty. You've been through some tough battles once again.
That black tide is endless.
I really did miss you, Mighty. You haven't been in the story enough this time.
Yeah.
I will find my path of return and go back to the world of the living and continue my protection.
Lord Mighty, I have always wanted to... Why does death reject you?
I'm the one resisting it. I must resist the temptation to go with the flow.
That sounds kind of silly.
I'll go
But-
against the current and kill my way out of this cursed Nether Realm.
I do think that's why he is imaginary, though.
That is my destiny.
Is this really the Proud Mighty?
It seems like completely focused on resisting the temptation of the dead's whispers. He's working hard every minute to deny death. It seems his battlefield is not limited to the world of the living. Lord Mighty, are you willing to travel with us? We're headed for the Matrix inside that tower, to summon Thanatos from their prolonged concealment.
Thanatos. Challenge.
He's like, I want to fight him.
That's right. If we can work together and defeat them, you won't have to be troubled by the curse of immortality any longer.
Let's go together, Castoris. Let the person who has brushed against death countless times guide your way.
Cass, are you sure you want to do this? The alchemist said he wanted you to be a sacrifice.
I'm not afraid. There's no reason for us to turn back anymore. Rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion.
A lot of stuff in this room. Oh, hi. Didn't realize you guys were here. Why'd I do that? No.
Life is not as you wish.
Something out of insanity. I have it under control. Bloom, thank you. And I'll give you what
I like that both damage and healing charge Cass's thing.
receive divinity. Repay.
Wilt here. Embrace a new life.
Eternal sleep. The dead
The freaking laser beam sound effects for the dragon breath is so funny.
What's the matter?
No, I'm at a skill point.
Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
May wandering souls find their own way out.
Running upstairs in heels. Hurts. Just thinking about that hurts my ankles. What the? I don't know why that scared me so much. It looked like an eye. Get back here, bro. I met Cypher. What you gotta say about that? Yeah. I thought for sure it would bring up Cypher. Like, oh yeah, we met your nemesis.
I want to make something with it. But what to make?
Time to teleport. Is that a Fagusa symbol?
I think so. I
So
think
many
the cup
Titan
is for-
symbols to try. Yeah.
Gusa likes to drink.
Yeah,
Make sure
that's
to
why.
keep it safe.
Yeah,
that's
because
why
it
I
was
think
a
of,
it
like,
was a wine glass. So
Mm-hmm.
before you are the rusted and broken chains, remnants of a path that once led to the tower.
This is going to be difficult.
Didn't Castrum Kremnos have this? Watch me jump over. No, I want to say the first one.
Familiar with this kind of mechanism, but I've never repaired
Trailblazer really wants to be able to jump.
chains.
If I was more powerful, I would be able to carry one person with each limb and fly the four of us to the other side.
Definitely jealous of Genshin mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
The Rune of Recollection is here, but I can't find the miracle orb anywhere. So weird. Huh, could it be in that collapsed tower in the distance?
That sucks. 1 minute of Mem being useful comes from 1,000 days of training Mem.
That sounds so weird. Forget it. Just leave it to me.
Do the thing.
Shout for me when you need my help.
Okay. Go, Mem.
Just leave it to me.
Oh my gosh. Casual.
Did it?
The pink squirrel is very smart.
I forgot he hadn't met Mem yet.
Why am I a squirrel?
The pink squirrel.
I can't turn my head.
Yes, Mighty. We will
Oh, okay, it's
continue
on
to call it
purpose.
a pink squirrel now. Thank you for that.
The miracle's range is limited. Please come a little closer.
Aren't I a good fit for Ornyx's priest?
Of course. You're the most competent priest ever.
This part made me a little like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm
the
I'm
angle.
like trying to focus on Cass and not look at what's happening.
Yeah, the angle on it, I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
I don't like that
goodness.
I couldn't move my camera either.
Yeah. I remember it weirding me out when I was doing it.
The alchemical matrix should be behind this door.
Treepy?
Is that?
No! Don't do that!
Yeah, it's who you think it is. Pain.
That's so mean!
Wow, there are so many of you! It's little Cass and little Gray. Oh, there's also little D and the pink puppy! Trian? Aren't you...
And they're glowing gold because they're chrysosairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting even more confused.
This is the first time I've encountered a deceased friend while going upstream in the River of Souls.
It really works like this. Just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way. I'm also unable to sense the aura of the living on Lady Trian.
Yup, you're right. Trian already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side. But Trian believed that little Cass would eventually return to the Nether Realm. So, Trian has been standing here, at this spot closest to the world of the living, and waiting for little Cass.
Oh. It must have been very tough for you.
But according to what Trian said, we're almost at the entrance of the Nether Realm. Trian promised Treevy and Trinan that when little Cass got here, Trian would get the gift ready and be the first person to run over and welcome you. So, little Cass, don't cry. Please, accept this. We finally finished it.
Aww. The little dog.
picture.
This is what Lady Treby once mentioned. The gift for me that you didn't manage to finish.
The holy maiden of Yanis. Even when separated by life and death, their thoughts are still connected.
Trian spent a lot of time drawing this. Trian hopes that little Cass likes it.
Seriously. It's seriously a wonderful drawing. Lady Trian.
This is our flame chase journey.
Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Treby has always said that it must have been a very harsh and frightening journey. But little Cass no longer has anything to fear now, because everyone is here with you in this flame chase journey!
That's right. Only now, when I see Lady Trian's gift, do I realize that I've already obtained so many things I would never have dared to dream of since I embarked on the flame chase journey. It's the first time I've gained so many companions. The first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting and photography. The first time I had dinner with someone else. The first time I went to the market to buy the Chimera doll I'd liked for a very long time and hugged it to sleep. The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaya.
Oh, I get a picture.
The first time I went for a walk with Lady Treby, Lady Trian, and Lady Trinan. The first time I enjoyed the night breeze and looked up at the stars with Miss Hyacin. The first time I took care of Dromesis with the Trailblazer. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were possible, it feels as though the scales of my life had shrunk from centuries and decades down to minutes and seconds. And all of them are so precious. I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. I don't have a single one with friends. If I had known, I would have taken more pictures.
Don't mind me, I'm just grabbing my tissues. And shall we take one now? Got two dead people, it's fine, but...
Trian says yes! Trian likes little Cass and would love to take a picture with little Cass.
Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured.
But we're not in the world of the living.
I thought so too.
Go get the ghost camera from Twist.
Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
There won't be any regrets. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
Little Cass smiled. Treby, Trinan, and Trian's wishes finally come true!
I remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road, but where people tread beyond the gate. Now, the path that belongs to me is about to reach the end. Thank you for bringing me the final key.
Key? Little Cass, why are a sudden?
I have a feeling that soon, this gift of yours will become the key to saving Mrs. Life.
Wow, that's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely! Little Cass, Little Gray, everyone, see you tomorrow!
With a blinding smile, Trian's golden form disappears in the thin fog of Styxia's moonlit
Lady
night.
Trian.
Why does it never give me time to read it dramatically? That's disrespectful.
The aura of this place. We have indeed reached the end of the stream of souls.
So is it not a spine? It looks more like a plant here.
If I go any further, I might lose myself.
Maybe it's both.
I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm of the living.
Don't you want to know the truth behind Thanatos?
I seek not.
Take care of yourself,
to enter
Mighty.
the door to the Nether Realm. Castorus, will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
I have yet to make my decision, Lord Mighty.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires. Even if it takes 1,000 years of waiting, I will continue to fight till I die, then rise from death till the miracle descends.
There is one more thing you should know, Lord Mighty.
What is it?
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I may be reincarnated as strife and death in the next cycle, becoming calamities wreaking havoc upon the world.
And that's interesting that Cypher is there too, because
Yeah.
they're the 3 titans of what was it,
Yup.
Chaos, or those 3 right there.
Yup. Calamity, I think, is the
Calamity,
word.
thank you. Calamity.
I mean, she literally said becoming calamities wreaking havoc upon the world.
Yeah, yeah.
I see.
Is that all? Are you going to accept such a fate without complaints?
He's like, I mean, I can't really do anything about it now. I already did the trial.
Shatter the shackles of our
Yeah.
fate.
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
Then, cease wasting your thoughts on futile matters.
Yeah.
Control what little you can. And when fate's inescapable grasp comes,
Accept it with dignity.
resist it
Oh.
with the strength of your mighty will.
I mean, I guess that makes sense for him. I wonder if that's just imaginary characters in general. Because I've been trying to pick out the bits and pieces of it, like, as we go, as to why he is imaginary. And, like, I started seeing it right away, but it just keeps going. Also, I have no clue why I thought he was, like, well... he kind of contradicted himself here, actually, because he's talking about, like, tackling the things that you can control, and then when things you can't control come up, then resist it. But it's like, I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of telling her not to worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's like, do what we need. We do what we need to do in the moment, and then when we disagree with the next
I will
step,
find
then
the right decision.
we fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely see your point.
In the name of strife, may you meet a fitting end.
This must be the alchemical matrix the spirit mentioned. Let's see. We need to insert Aquila's sky, Giorios' earth, Kephali's fire, Fagusa's ocean, and Nestia's love.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made up her mind. In that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather precious after all.
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castoris, please, live as a human, and die as one.
I mean, she's not human, though. That's the problem. You mean as a mortal?
According to that alchemist, the final piece is supposed to be me. However, he is not privy to the past, and therefore cannot see the full picture.
The past?
I saw the twins of death in Kephali's memory, and now I am certain that I was one of them. The trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before the gate to the new world. And my sister, whom I never met, became the Titan Thanatos of this cycle. She was consumed with regret over my death, so she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. Yet, it also means she has never revealed herself to anyone, hidden away from the entire world. That's because the Titan she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me, and now lie in slumber in the River of Souls.
You mean Pollux?
That's right. The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means. Only a divine corpse can prevent the dead from reaching the next world. And that's why we have to awaken Pollux from death before we can retrieve the core flame of death. We have to reforge its body with the power of alchemy.
Anaxa, where are you at?
If that alchemist speaks the truth, does that mean you're also part of the dragon body?
According to those departed spirits, I was indeed born as the dragon's twin. But before we talk about that, have you heard the sighs?
You sighed many times on the way here.
No, not from me. The sounds that come from the memories when we were collecting the souls.
I heard them too. So what are those?
I think it's probably the sign of Pollux's wish being fulfilled. They must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they exerted every ounce of their strength to send me to Styxia, a city that called for death, a land where none is hostile to death. They never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely, all because they wanted to give me a new life. Pollux must really want to know how their sister has been after giving their all to save her. That wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm even after their fall, quietly watching and documenting every detail of their sister's life.
So instead of picking up objects on the way here,
We were instead showing things to a strand of yearning that lingers here. Now, we must weave these yearnings together and restore them into Pollux's complete soul.
But all of this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through with the ritual and it turns out totally different?
That's fine. As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of alchemy. The true outcome can only be known once the process is complete. This is why alchemy is also known as the miracle of creation. Now, the puzzle of Pollux's yearnings is nearly complete, with only one final piece remaining. I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. I will show them my whole life since I left Styxia. Lady Trianne has already drawn a picture of my entire life, and it is now in my hands.
Oop. I must click the shiny. Okay.
Make sure you keep it safe. Then, let the ritual begin. And now, the objective is complete. That is all. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. And now, Pollux, I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined, but... never mind. Now's not the time.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you.
What are your thoughts on this lady?
You're already at the resting
By the
place
way,
of the
I
dead.
really don't know how I feel about her. Like, I did not like her when we first met her, but, like, she did save Cass. She did name her. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I still have a hard time liking her. But
Yeah, I don't think I like her, but I don't like despise her. I'm not sure what I feel about this character.
yeah, I know what you mean. That's where I am. That's why I asked. I was like,
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Casterus, the girl who
I'm glad she gave Cass a place and looked after her innocence. I just don't agree with some of her other things. Yes.
life well.
Well, in that case, let me begin. Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did. From where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe. Right?
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death.
I have pondered the same question, child. But I am afraid there is no clear answer to it.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death is necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Casterus?
Please enlighten me, Lady Amunet. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
Love?
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world could be revisited endlessly, and every bond formed carried no risk of being severed. The so-called era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, then waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Casterus. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
I understand, Lady Amunet. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again. Nestia's love was the chrysalis of Gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglaya would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened, and I would never have lived, let alone found happiness. Thank you, Mother.
Aww.
I will use all the love complete the final miracle. My teacher, Anaxagoras, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
His head kind of stuck. Help him? Maybe?
I mean, you know, we're gonna help him right out of all of that egg, apparently. We're gonna walk over there and, you know, hit him a few times. It'll be fine.
It's like disturbing looking, but also kind of funny. I don't know why.
Because his head's stuck, or her head's stuck.
It's also like a weird. There's like weird things happening on the sides. Is that like its legs? Like octopus tentacles? What's happening?
It's an octopus. It's an octopus dragon. It's fine.
Root here.
Just tell yourself it's Azul.
I don't know. This is quite a bit more disturbing than the idea of an octopus merman. Wow, I'm
embrace a new life.
This.
Yeah.
Pollux versus Pollux.
Dragon be dragon.
What's the matter? Insanity! Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things! You chose the wrong enemy. Bloom.
I shall remember
Repent.
this moment.
Eternal sleep. The dead return! Thank you. And I'll give
Life
you
is
what
not
you
so
need.
return to dust.
Blah. Blah. Blah.
There's no room to weep in grief.
See, your dragon doesn't have its head stuck in an egg. So
My
yours is clearly
dragon
better.
doesn't look anything like this, even though it's the same dragon.
May death protect us! Be careful.
He's like, I can do that too.
There is fury welling within them.
You can go all red and be edgy. Hello, Hefe. How are you doing?
I shall remember this
Eternal
moment.
sleep. The dead return!
Embrace
Let's go
a
back
new
into
life.
I can't remember if I already asked, but how are you doing, Hefe? Hope you are doing well.
What's the matter? To the soul, insanity. Look, with this divine power, I reforge all things.
What?
Turn back to
Oh.
the realm.
We going in the water, apparently.
Oh, death. Sleep in peace.
Dang. Okay, I was actually just testing out PNGtuber Plus. I saw you had it on. Yes! It was a pain in the butt to program. But it's here now. How have you been? I've been pretty good. I am a bee! I am very much a bee. I am a bee tuber, as my friend Noble says.
I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious.
Thank you. I was very excited when I was drawing it.
Yes, it came out very cute.
Yeah. And as you can see, I also have a little talking cat friend on the back of the couch.
Hello.
Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people,
You found it hard to use.
to pick up
Yeah,
fragments of my past.
there's no back button? So, if you do something that messes something up, you're kind of screwed, so you have to save really often, and then just reload the save. I think this is, like, the 8th save, I think, was when I got this to where it was. You have to, because I did the art on my iPad, I had to rename all the layers again on the computer in order for them to, like, to put them in correctly. It's like playing Baldur's Gate, just random saves. It's worse than that. Like, I don't know, man. Baldur's Gate's more forgiving, I would say. The PNGtuber Plus, because there's literally no back button, you make the slightest error, and it's just, it's not fun to remedy. It's a great program, it really is. But that aspect was so painful of a learning curve. But I figured it out, and it's fine. I also numbered all of my layers wrong when I initially made them, so then I had to reverse layer them in the program. Like, I had to negative layer them, and it worked, but it's kind of oof. But yeah. I think this model is made up of, I want to say 32 total pieces, including, like, the different versions of the mouth and eyes for talking versus not talking. And I even, like, segmented the, I think there's 4 segments to the tail to get the movement that I wanted to have. Yeah. Thank you. My blood, sweat, and tears, definitely tears, went into making it. And it's I think I'm really enjoying it as a placeholder for until I can get, like, an actual 2D VTuber model done. But that's a ways out. So I'm fine with just having my little squishy chibi. She's very cute.
I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this.
I love it so much. It's really drawn so well. You put it. Thank you. That's a wonderful compliment. Thank you. I definitely watched a lot of tutorials and had to do some trial and error, but yeah, definitely one of the better things I've been able to make this year art-wise. Other things are just completely unfinished, so The fact that this even got finished kind of puts it up there pretty high.
Souls again and return me to the Nether Realm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now.
At least just finish this one, Stephanie. Yeah, finish it. I have a really hard time doing that, so I'm just glad that I did on this. And on top of that, I really like how it turned out, so. We won't have to go into an egg, right? She's gonna go alone.
They may look scary, but as long as...
What's happening?
What's wrong?
I feel dizzy. I think I'm done for.
Are you...
What's wrong with her?
He dying. It had no background. Wait, what has no background? I just opened the program. Yes. So when you open the program, you have to click the pencil. The little pencil icon to go into edit mode. And then a background will pop up and all the settings and everything. Highly recommend watching tutorials on it. I can actually find the main tutorial that I use. By Tsuda Draws, as well as Ganymede. Hold on. Copy a link. I will text them to you. I think this is you. I think this is you. Actually, does your name start with a W now on I have streamer mode on Discord right now, so it's like blocking the names. I'm pretty sure this is you. If not, I guess I will deal with the social awkwardness repercussions, but this tutorial, copy this tutorial. The first one has a part 2 for the updated version, so the only thing I remember that I used from that tutorial was for the little mouth animations. Because that is on a sprite sheet. So I had to go onto a website and upload my different frames to create a sprite sheet, because for some reason you have to do it as a sprite sheet in the program, and then you have to tell it how many frames there are, and then it can properly animate the mouth. But yeah, you can technically do that on whichever of the pieces you want. I just did it on the mouth because that's the main thing that I saw it benefiting. I'm sure you could do different eye ones, and I've seen people do it where they have like a cup with something like the liquid sloshing. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. Back to dying.
Her time is almost up. If I don't go now, afraid her soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no. Is there an
Yeah, for sure. We don't gatekeep art lessons and tutorials around here.
Don't worry.
Sounds like a great policy to me.
Yeah.
Right to roam the earth again.
I think it's crazy that any artists or like art related content is gate kept in that way. Like, wild.
Mm-hmm.
People do it.
Mem,
Exactly. I've been giving all the links to my homies. They're like, oh, I thought you thought of this on your own. I'm like, nah. Yeah, exactly. Like, if it wasn't me that thought of it, why would I not share it? But also, even if it was me that thought of it, like, why would I not tell someone that I'm friends with? Like, no. I don't want you to have the same, like, quality that I do. Ridiculous. Like, to an extent, I understand as far as, like, wanting to be able to make a profit off of teaching the skills that you know. Like, if you write books about different things. I understand that.
Sure.
But
sure.
The good artists, many times that I see that do that, still also make free YouTube videos about, like, the basics. And then they'll be like, all right, if you want more detailed stuff, then consider buying my book of tutorials or something like that. But then you get the people who it's like, they're not going to make, it's not like they're trying to make a profit off of it. They just don't want to share it because they don't want other people to have the same success or the same quality as they do. And it's crazy. There's a specific recent drama I am referencing, but...
I think I even know a little bit about that.
Yeah. Because the basic video gives you enough info. Yeah, exactly. As long as, like, a lot of times with art stuff, as long as you know the basics, you can figure stuff out. Like, most people just need the basics, and then they can learn as they go just from messing with different stuff. You have to be willing to try it, of course. Some people are not. Some people want tutorials and guides for everything, which is fine if that's what helps you. But it is also good to be able to teach yourself by doing, based on the knowledge you already know. I've been trying to learn Live 2D. Nice. I've been looking into it because I don't have a ton of time for something new like that. I have not signed up for, like, the free trial or the free version or anything. But I've definitely been watching. I have a video on my history currently that I was watching earlier today. I watched like 2 or 3 hours of it today. Of the VTube artist and rigger Clover. Moo Clover. I can't remember what the full name is. She's a little Highland cow. She's very cute. She has this like 8-hour tutorial for like doing a simple rig in Live 2D from scratch, like from the art all the way to actually finishing the model. And it's just it's a little bun. It's a little bunny, but it's still very educational, like the way that she explains things. And she hasn't actually been working in Live 2D she's been working in it for less than a year. And she's still very, like, she explains things very well. And even if she forgets to explain something, like, audibly, she does add it in as, like, a little subtitle thing. Like, oh, remember to do this, or if you want to try this, it also works this way, stuff like that. Very cool video. I really like that video. I will definitely watch all of it.
Alright. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
I'll go too. Let's see who gets to the Nether Realm first.
It's not funny.
It is funny.
It's a deal then.
How are you gonna get in the egg when his face is like, or her face is like, all up in it?
Please.
I love that.
Crack
It's like
the egg.
educational videos with hidden tips and stuff. Yeah.
Wait for me.
Ah! Oh, you sit in your little dingy, eager to hear my song. What? For you lose your way in the ocean. The ocean I cross has never been sailed by anyone.
After all that,
That's a new voice.
you still ended up back here.
Oh no, it's not. It's Polixia. Wow.
So the legends were true.
You convinced me. I at least want to do the one PNGtuber this month.
Really is
It's fun.
flowers.
And they look really nice. When you just mess with the settings, honestly. I messed with them quite a bit to get this product.
Yes.
We're seeing her not crystally. Oh, that wheelchair is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say before, I love the like magic like symbols and stuff that are on the sides, but I don't even think I noticed that it's kind of like bones a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Polixia?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see. Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
My actual cat sneezed.
Yes.
You probably didn't hear it over the mic, but it was really
No.
cute.
I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphorius.
You know, my sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Polixia?
Where should I begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning. A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins. As foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to
No, I've just been listening to what's happening in the game. No worries.
Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Nether Realm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Nether Realm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death, and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead. What irony. My selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead. Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Nether Realm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring an endless loneliness.
Sorry. The little pig walking next to me. It's
so cute.
It is absurd.
So goofy. Just a little wop 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 wop.
Our lives were a
Cutie.
mirror image of one another, like a pair of hands.
He is very cute. It's just
So,
it doesn't fit with what's happening right now.
You mean it doesn't fit the serious, sad moment?
We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. and we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw this seemingly endless fate to a close. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as desperate spirits are denied by this lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them. But I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again. But more than anything, I was afraid that you might have forgotten all about me.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway.
I like how Felixia asked her to call her Thanatos because it would make it easier to have this conversation, and Castor's is like, no, I'm calling you Felixia.
You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore.
And I'm sure from Castor's perspective, she's been angry with, like, the depiction of Thanatos in her mind, and so she doesn't really want to call her something that she's been basically condemning her whole life.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I think that's
let's give our
very
core
likely
flame to
true.
her and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid, as long as you're here with me. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life, like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the Nether Realm, perching on the twig of death. I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Nether Realm. The River of Souls shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore. Thank you. Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish? Of course. What is it? Please, don't forget me. I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms. Just like what I did when we were born. Casterus. Casterus. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly. I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
Will it though? What?
Okay.
Witching it up.
We're getting close after this conversation. If I don't know if you want,
Yeah.
if you want a stopping point.
I think I should. I only took one break in this entire 3-hour thing. And it was like after the first hour. So I probably should end it after this.
Then after this conversation, you've got one.
Yeah.
Already at hand. When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
Probably one of the most arrogant characters in this game.
I couldn't agree more.
I guess at least he knows?
I did not expect to hear that from you.
Yeah?
Are you not going to refute me?
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway.
A stowaway? Dude.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Not an Axa.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
His words are so sharp at the end.
Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
You were saying that Amphorius's history is cyclical.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become.
Oh, that outfit's so cute! What the heck? It makes way more sense than the outfit she's wearing. I was literally sitting there that entire scene like, dude, why does she even have... Because she has some sort of corset piece, but it doesn't go all the way around the front. Like, it's not underneath the bandages on the front, and that doesn't make any sense. It bothered. I love her design otherwise, but that part specifically, I'm like, dude, just use the paint bucket tool, just fill it in with the same dark purple color that's almost black, and you're good. And it makes sense again. But no!
Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one, they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nikador and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castorus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, an Exagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
So dramatic. Oh, I forgot that in an Axis POV I have a different team for him. I wonder, hold on. I want to compare. I forgot. I can't compare my Anaxa to Story Anaxa. Rude. Yeah.
Very rude.
I mean. But yeah, I do think that's
I'm gonna
a
have
good
to go
place to
make a call, so I might go ahead and hop out for now.
Gotcha. All right.
But
well, thank you for joining.
For letting me join you.
Yeah. Thank you for joining. I'll talk to you later.
Yes. Bye.
Bye bye. Alrighty. Well, yeah. Definitely think that's a good place to end. I think that this last section is another like hour and a half. So we'll have to do that tomorrow or Monday. Hopefully tomorrow. That way Monday I can make you guys some more emotes. And then when we get to the Genshin stuff, I will have some little fun things for you guys to have. I know. But usually my streams are only like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and we went 3 hours in this one, and my body hurts. I did not get up and walk around as much as I should have. So I'm gonna need to go do some extra of that. The little bun with the heart is so cute. I love it. Yeah, I have way too many emote ideas, so I gotta sort through those so that I can make some. I definitely want to make some follower ones just so that y'all can have some fun little things. It's my friend's emotes. Nice. I love the little cow. So cute. But alas, this is where we must part ways for now. I very much need to go and move around and not sit still for a little bit. But that was wild. This part of the quest was wild. There was so much happening. I don't even think I got half of it because yeah. After it made me cry over Trianne, I think my brain just kind of shut off. So, oopsie. But yeah, it was cool. It do be like that sometimes. It really do. But it's okay. I still got the gist of it. I still like it's fine. I'm excited to continue it. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Sorry for the yawn. Anywho, I am going to have to sign off there. Thank you to everyone who came in and chatted and watched me cry a lot. But and chatted about art things. It was a great conversation, Hefe. But yeah, I will hopefully be back in the next couple days with the rest of this quest line. And then we'll move on to Genshin when that new update comes out next week. It's going to be great. But in the meantime, I hope that you have a good rest of your day, night, whatever time it is for you. I hope to see you again. Yeah, of course, Hefe. I hope to see you all again. God bless, and bye-bye.